Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome to another Minecraft stream. Okay, I think I actually have to lower the volume here. Actually, maybe I'll lower the volume on the side there. Okay, so what you've been hearing is a new Minecraft soundtrack by Amos Ruddy. Amos Ruddy, I don't know how to say his name. But yeah, that's really how it is at the moment. I don't know why it's why is everything so laggy right now? Huh. What is going on? Well, anyway, let's see if I can get the game on. Yep. Yo. I hate this Discord thing. I wish I could turn it off. It just shows up randomly. Okay, now it's not laggy. Oh, it was a Discord overlay thing because I didn't turn it to the game thing. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. So, the gamble didn't work. I was actually putting away some items last time over there, but it's been a few weeks since that. I was trying to, but apparently my connection to the server was tenuous at best, and I couldn't do any of that. What is up with this? Huh? Yeah, I was trying to put some stuff away like this. Actually, I was trying to take stuff away from this and move it into these chests. Where would they sit? Honestly, I don't know. Hey, Echo, how's it going? I'm doing fine myself. The firefly bushes, cactus flowers, this, this. Really don't need any more food. Thing is screaming in the background. So that's empty now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got some random dry grass. I don't know where I should put that thing. Here? No, this is where all the patches of grass be. No, not there. Maybe here. Maybe here fits the most. Maybe. I really don't have a grass place bundle area. I don't really collect grass, but I collected grass this time, and we'll see. We'll see. Okay, actually, let's just put the grass down. Put the grass down. Don't know what else to do with it, honestly. Let's put these down as well. We'll put the grass in its own field. Bushes down there. The cactus flower up there. Easy sorting. Moss carpet. I don't know where the heck I want to put this. I don't really need moss carpet at all. Actually, goodbye moss carpet. Oh, what? There's a chicken in there. Oh, I think there's a couple chickens in there. This ain't supposed to be a chicken pen. Mother of God. Slayer of chicks. Hey, what's going on? What you got for me here? Huh? Too lagging from pizza? Huh. Bug and Quill. This is the thing I wrote before I wrote to before. And starter area. Anything else? I don't know. This is like my only mailbox, but it's also the only place where people don't get to go. So maybe they might have put some stuff in other chests. So I gotta fix that. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. I need 4 more. That's okay. Doesn't look too out of place. Oh my goodness. I got so much food on me. Also, what's with this again? Okay, nothing that I kept in here from the travels. Okay. Tons of food though. Somebody gave me, huh? All right, you can't shift click everything out again or anymore. Why do you show me everything he killed? Is that kind of weird? This is a player head too. Oh, this must have been old. It's got 13 components on it. Quality content. I don't know if that's quality. What to get for the man with everything? Definitely not player heads, I tell you that. I don't really care about player heads at all. Not anymore. But I need to... I think what I want to do here is kind of like tour what I've done here. Because I haven't really done that. Even though it's unfinished as heck. Got really busy. I think I really just want to tour this place. Got tons of food on me though, that's good. Can I eat glistening? No, I can't. This is in my brewing stand box. Where are you? Where's my potions box? I don't need this. Oh, it's a brewing stand items box, isn't it? No, it isn't. Okay. It'll be part of the potions box for now. Like, unfortunately, I really didn't have the time for all this. But I did still get a lot done. No one's online. I could use the creaking farm. Oh my goodness. Not that I really need more resin or anything like that. Oh, yeah, I did need to move that. That is something. Okay, we'll just go back to the beginning. Just spawn here. We'll tour what I've done. We'll ask some questions about other stuff that I might not have noticed. My Christmas gift 5 months later. Cries that was a Christmas gift? Oh my goodness. Well, don't you worry, I still have everything, okay? Nothing about that's changed. I haven't gone poor in the last couple months. Oh, we got a little cactus flower on this thing now. Yippee. Easy. Okay. So this is spawn, where everyone spawns out. Where everyone is birthed. Someone put all the stuff in here. All the shulker boxes that were in outside into there. Maybe it was me, I don't remember. It's been a long time. Oh yeah, I put some trial keys and stuff in here. And a lot of the random stuff that I didn't need. Random items free. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought there was gonna be curse of binding on it or something. On one of the items, or all the items. Oh my goodness. Rip the spawn chicken. He died. He died due to unnatural causes like fireworks exiting the portal. Not my fault, okay? Should have blocked out that portal. But yeah, around here, I made wells around the server, although I didn't really finish them. This is probably the only completed one. Didn't have enough time to really get to all of them, but at least I had them as waypoints, and the sewers now below is fully like carved out, so that's good. I don't think I really built anything else around here. I used this place as my rest area for building a lot of this stuff for a while. Sandy where? Oh yeah, I came over here. I bought lots of stuff from here. What did I buy again? I remember I bought lots of stuff. Did I buy the quartz? I think I might have bought the blackstone and maybe obsidian. Yeah, I think that's all I really needed. But now I have tons of blackstone, so I don't need it anymore. Okay. Over here is Pizza Hut. I don't know what he actually named this place. It just says pizza up there. But yeah, I bought out a lot of this sometimes. Does it restock the pizza pies? Okay. I don't think I've really... Is this even a store? Oh no, it's an auction house. But yeah, here I didn't really participate as well. I don't know what the heck this was again. This was farming, right? This was seeds or something? Get as many wheat? This is a wheat wars? Yeah, I didn't really participate. Head pending. Head pending because I don't kill myself. I don't die often. Oh. Yeah, this is my shop for goat horns and all that stuff. This is Rock and Ruin. Got the emoticons put in there. Man, no one really took up the the bundles. It is bundles that are kind of some prices off. This is like 75% of the price. This is like 80 something percent of the price. But yeah, goat horns was I think my first farm. Ooh, and Myrie on the server, and then I sold it. Payment chest for bundles. Yeah, that makes sense. Payment chest for bundles because I couldn't like I couldn't do the whole. You can't just put a diamond block in there and then take the bundle itself, right? But you can actually go all the way up here. It's just not that interesting, I think. You could just go all the way down here as well. Let's go free cam. But yeah, one of the first builds I made on the server was really poor at this time, so I can really only use like moss, bamboo, and stone, right? But yeah, that's pretty okay, right? Okay, let's go down though. Oh yeah, I also made this path down here. There is also a little little outlook here that does nothing, but it adds to the structure look. I made this little bridge here. I did not make this pathway down here, I think. But I made this pathway down here. I think I did make this. No, I don't think I made this pathway as well. I think Sky made both pathways to connect to here. But I made this, and I made a walkable little garden here. I wish you can make cracked bricks, like just put bricks in the oven again in the furnace, so you have a cracked variety. But yeah, I think this actually is the thing where I thought, yeah, this definitely looks better with shaders on. Hold on. Just turning on shaders. But yeah. Hopefully we get a look at vibrant visuals soon. But yeah, it always looks better with shaders. I can't say that anything really looks bad with shaders. This is actually kind of a pain because someone filled in the grass underneath below above like some kind of they terraformed it over some kind of a cave, so I had to place all this in some kind of air or something, and because I needed to do that for the water, it was a pain. I also made this. This is the Purple Derple, one of the other first shops I made, and as you can see, shaders has this, or what is it? Sodium has this random weird visual glitch on some chunk boundaries. I don't understand it, but you can see it happening sometimes. Oh, but it fixed itself, apparently. How did it do that? How did it do that? You saw it, right? I'm not gaslighting myself that it was working. Man, we sold a lot of witch shop stuff here. Witch stuff. I also have tons of redstone blocks from the witch update that happened before, where witches now always drop redstone. So before it was just a toss-up, now it's guaranteed. So I am chock full of this. Got all the glowstone there too, and here are potions. I don't think many people saw them. They're just potions I had going, and now that I farmed a lot of them, maybe I should have made them into like extended or more powerful potions. But yeah, from here I made the whole pathway down. There is a little sewer down here, but this also wasn't finished. Let's see. This was a whole little garden, little vibe that I wanted to go here for. And this is based off of... This was based off of Tears of the Kingdom ruin that you would see. And this was based off of Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center. And we have all this, all the little things here. It's all lit up in there. We just got some bushes, some very sea planty stuff. Put it in there, make it look a little bit more colorful, because otherwise I think it would look kind of bland. But we got a little aquarium in there, so that doesn't really matter that much. But yeah. And also this was a little place for the sticks, campfire stuff, a little furnace, or a little chimney that doesn't go anywhere. You can imagine that it just pipes into here, you know, like it's all smoky. You got the smoked fish in there in case I want to make some food. I also made these lights around here. Pretty nice. Honestly, this is kind of like my district. My district for selling stuff. This was made way later on, but here I made the sugar farm and I made the shulk in bulk. And this is where I sell all the shulkers. I did get quite a lot of sales here. I never had to lower the prices at all because people were always buying them. But this was based off of a chest in Ring Fit Adventure. A lot of Switch games, you know. This is based off a chest in Ring Fit Adventure that I made. And honestly, I don't think it looks that great, but I tried to copy to the best of my ability in Minecraft there. And here is one of the latest builds, is the Brickyard. I didn't really come up with a good name for it. I just named it the Brickyard because it sells bricks. And it's in quite a yard. I don't think many people bought from it except for Weasel, because he needed a lot of resin bricks and I spent a lot of time crafting them up. So 3 bricks, more coming soon. Nope. Nope. No more is coming soon. Everyone's focused on the next projects. The next world. Oh yeah, I did. This is also part of my shopping history here. What is this called? Silenced Wool, because I bought it at the auction house, but I sold it back to Pizza for something. I don't remember what it was, but I sold it back. Also, this was one of the first wells I made as well, but I did not finish it. So none of this was my build, but I did take ownership of it for a little bit. And this was for the last mob vote. The crab, the armadillo, and the penguin. And guess who won, guys? Guess who won? The only one who won was the armadillo. You got the wolf armor, rolls around, yada yada. I also made this little resting area so that there's not like I didn't try to blend in like the terrain as a mountainous side area. But yeah, the armadillo is pretty okay. I did what I could with what I had, okay? And so obviously these penguins, these animals are like macro scale, but I did try to make the biomes they were going to spawn in a little bit more interesting. I tried to make this like a shattered savanna. It's raining. Try to make this like stony beach, and I try to make this swamp like. So that's the thing. These are macro versions of the mobs. They would obviously be like 1 block. 1 block tall, but you gotta be able to see them and in their environment. I don't know how many people voted. Pizza and Rabbit voted for armadillo. Nobody voted for the penguin. And I voted for the crab. I should have, yeah. Elbow, so hey, that's not a nice way to call Lucid. Just kidding. But no, I like the crab because it was very memey. It was fun, memey kind of thing. A lot of crab references could come along. But yeah, here's the thing that I didn't get to connect. I made that well as well. Every well that you see is mine. It's just a little tunnel that goes through to my base. Now, the tunnel was kind of ruined by the fact that I did want to put it through the pyramid, but I didn't think the pyramid would get destroyed. So now it turned into like a subway kind of thing. Because I wanted it to be like, why is there a subway underneath this pyramid? But no, that couldn't stand. My frame rate is horrible right now. Actually, why is my max frame rate like... Yeah. Oh, maybe it's just spawn. It's just spawn. Spawn has a lot of things going on. Okay, one of the things I did edit around here, that wasn't part of my original builds, was the iron farm. And that was mostly just, oh, what the heck is this? The sorting here. This was when the crafters were added. What the heck are these? This would say AFK when the server kicked him. So I AFK for Lucid. But yeah, this redstone is mine. It was just to craft a lot of the, it was just to sort out the roses and craft the iron into iron blocks so that this didn't fill up all the way. And yeah, that's basically it. I had to move a lot of stuff around here. But that's my redstone back there. I tried to fit it in within the perimeter of what I was building with. So as you can see, the building is not really that big. It's very tight for redstone contraptions. But yeah, as we go over here, I think I did want to do like a bank of pizza thing. It's a bop. But I really didn't have that much. Create a game show. Do that on the final day of the server. Jeopardy! Create a copper shop. I didn't even make a copper farm. Or anything like that. Oh, but yeah, me and pizza. Wait. It's not me and pizza, right? It is me and pizza. We made the pyramid here, and there was supposed to be a UFO up there, but I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. Couldn't be bothered to design it, but still a lot of random overworld blocks. Oh my goodness. Mother of God, I'm turning heads. Oh, someone bought all that. No one bought cement stone. People bought honey blocks. Oh, someone bought all the honey blocks. Holy moly! Yeah, that's a lot of my revenue. Oh, did pizza change how this looks around here, or his side? Yeah, what pizza did is probably better. You gotta showcase the item without the item frame. The item frame is kind of sucky at this, but yeah. This place has a little sticky beam coming out of it. It's sticking all over the place. And it's got layers of stuff. The theme was overworld, nether to end, right? Gets a little bit more out there as soon as you go upward. Which I don't think looks bad at all, right? It just doesn't really connect well to the rest of the server here. It just only connects there. It's kind of an off path here. Random X, you know. Is there a bed around here? I feel like there should be, right? No, okay. I don't have a bed on me. I do have a bed on me. I'm going to the pyramid. It's just called the pyramid. Oh, maybe people didn't know what what OWNE meant, right? Maybe they thought it was directions, right? But yeah, that's kind of that. What is this? What even went from this again? Can you even see what's in there? No, this is furnaces. Yeah, okay, they're shooting it through the furnaces. Just a small little gambling spree, don't worry. But one here, right? Rip. I'm only willing to spend 12 diamonds here. Why did it take so long? Oh, they sell some steaks as well around here. Too bad I'm full. Okay. Look, if I don't get anything, it's a scam, okay? I don't know what to tell you. One more pull on the lever. Son of a gun. I don't know if I could put this all in and be like, okay, it only takes one every single time, but I feel like the wooden button just... takes too long of a signal. Maybe there's not a monostable underneath it. Didn't I get really lucky the first time? How much do I even get back? If I do win. Aw, rip. I just need one match. This is how gambling habits start, by the way. 12. I spent 12 here. It is so over. It is so over. This is a scam. This is a scam. Genuine cow leather? Maybe I should have sold the cow leather. I have all the money from there, by the way. I could play whenever I want. I can win whenever I want. Oh, silly spend? Is this thing open actually? Did it even sell anything? Diamond ore for 3 diamonds? Who bought that? Who bought that? They didn't buy the 4 diamonds for 1 deep slate diamond ore. Who bought this? It was just for decoration, huh? Oh, this isn't open. Yeah, this is definitely not open. It's got no path. But yeah, that's pretty much all I built around here, I think. I don't remember anything else at the moment, so let's go back to the base. Let's tour it a little bit here. Alright, I did do this. Didn't finish it, but we do have a little bridge here. I think I was meant to do a little bit more down here. Actually, no, I think I did finish the bottom side. It's just not great at the moment. But yeah, I did all of this, all these pillars. There's supposed to be some lights behind it. You can see it in this area where I did initially build the base. But I definitely did want to build in the mountain, so yeah. That's the thing. I think this is like the only site that I really finished the top and bottoms on, right? So yeah, that's how it's supposed to look like on the inside, right? A little bit more destructive, a little bit more red. But over here, is my farm, that random stuff. Random guys keep going in because that is open to the fence. Open by the fence. Oh. Got a lot of random stuff around here as well. Not really that much to say. We got some beehives that I didn't really use. Random bits of armor that I don't use. Eggs that I don't use. But we do have the little sewers down here as well. Maybe I should look at the sewers. Maybe I should look at it last, actually. I did farm a little chorus fruit area. There. Random bee here. I think that was... I'm not sure about this beehive. I don't know. I thought I got rid of all the beehives, and plus they shouldn't be... Oh, they're spawning because of the flowers. I planted a bunch of cherry saplings that never spawned up. That was interesting. Because I did chop down this whole place before, and then I replanted it because I needed the cherry wood. We got a little sniffer farm. There's really nothing else to say about this. I bred a lot of sniffers here after I got my first sniffer eggs. There's also an upstairs. I don't really need to do that. And all I did was really just place some hay bales down. Really, there's nothing going on up there. I could have placed some barrels and stuff, but I wasn't really thinking about decorating it that much. Just making sure that it looks somewhat interesting from the upstairs. And down here is just the collection area for their sniffing drops. I think I was planning to make a storage system here as well, but I just thought, like, they only drop like 2 things. There's really nothing I really want to do there. And here is what I wanted to do for the wheat farm thing. Was just to build this up to sky limit, but I didn't really have the time to. But this was the goat farm for all the goat stuff. I think I made a tutorial on this as well. They all are hornless at the moment, so they are not they are not doing so well. They are not producing any more horns, but we did get quite a few horns from them. Oh, it did say slab. Interesting. And since we didn't sell out on the goat horns, there was no reason for me to keep breeding them. That's that for that. Oh yeah, some of the flowers that I got from breeding the sniffers was just put out in the front, mixed with other flowers. And over here we have the other goat farm that I was also planning to make a wheat tower all the way to the sky with it. There's normal and screaming goats. All the seeds. Yeah, these guys also farmed a lot of stuff. And they're all hornless as well. I feel like there's quite a fewer amount in that pen there. I don't know why. This took me quite a few hours. I think it's because this was like one of the first things I made on the server. Look at the tower. Look at the mountain, I mean. So majestic. But that's pretty much all I did around here. I was planning to make a whole like little village thing. But as I said many times, I did not have the time. And so this was also kind of finished. But I did not do that. And I did not place the beacons back where they should be. So unfortunately, this place is kind of dead at the moment. But yeah, I didn't finish this, which means I couldn't use the sorter, because I would need a whole lot of. I need to fill everything in order to use a sorter, or I would just have random items overflowing into the sorting chests. But yeah, these were all things that I wanted to use for building and placing and all that stuff, but the sorting system did not get fleshed out because I did not have time and I did not feel like doing much of it anymore. Oh, we did get a little bit of overflow here, even though it didn't really matter. Tons of iron, tons of redstone. Thank goodness for the witch farm. Tons of stuff going on around here. Similarly over here, this just goes up to the arena, and all the horses are dancing in their pens because they're so happy to see me. Yeah, it's because of that I have the golden carrots on my hand. Like, once they see me, they're like, oh, golden carrot, gotta spin, gotta make it, gotta look good for the gotta look good for owner. And I went out exploring for some dogs, although I didn't get every variant. I didn't even go back for the variants that I wanted. I wanted to bring every variant back, but it's not really too big of a deal anymore. But over here, we have the entrance to the one of the first farms I made, which is double zombie farm down there. This also just goes to the sky. Also, I think you will. I don't want to have to point this out, but I think at some points, yeah, it's just wall, so you can actually still see the background here. There's still just walls in the corners. I did not take the time to really fill in behind the walls that I put down, so there is some nakedness to the structure down here. But over here, I was enchanting books and stuff with all the levels that I got from this place. It's also still the place that I go to really heal up some of my broken items, because I don't want to go to the end every single time for that. So these guys just go into the system. I enchant some books. Huh? They shouldn't be dying. What's going on? What the heck? They shouldn't be dying. I don't... What? Do I have to, like, move this... Move the top down one block? What the heck is going on? They should definitely not be dying. I definitely made this to make sure that they didn't die, that they were just at 1 HP. Let me... Difficulty is hard. Okay, they should have them. They keep dying. I don't think there's a... I don't even have like a patch door that I can go through. Can I teleport through something around here? This hole big enough? No. Yeah, they're not meant to die, okay? They're not meant to die. I wouldn't be getting XP if that were the case. For some reason they are dying though, which is strange. Huh. But yeah, that's kind of it for this area. I did also farm some large trees around here as well. There's a sheep pen over there that I didn't really use that much, because I got the silence wool deed and then I sold it back, and I didn't really need to build my own sheep farms. So yeah, you got that. And in this corner, that goes straight to spawn. The creaking farm is made. I just stand here and creak them up. Oh my goodness. So what I do is I hit this minecart, and it should have hit a lot of the creakings around, and the minecart gets refreshed back into this area. if I didn't have sweeping edge, this wouldn't work. And that's kind of what they do here. Yeah, and I got a lot of resin from that already. If you don't know how creakings work, when they get hit, they send out particles to their heart block, and those particles clump up on the surfaces of the wood. And since these pistons get refreshed very often, they pop off the clumps, and that's what you get there. So it's a very easy farm to make, but you kind of need to a head start on it by getting a lot of clumps ahead of time, make that happen. But yeah, that's how the farm works. Oh, I did not spawn proof one area. Okay, it doesn't count me as looking at it when I'm sleeping in the bed looking at it. Okay, interesting. But yeah, they all should be despawned by now. And here is the warped crimson warp farm, yada yada, all that kind of stuff. So what I do is turn it on. There's a bunch of bone meal underneath, and then this is basically, it just bone meals the warp down below, right, onto these patches. And then ever so often the water goes. The water will never flow down into the blocks below, so we don't have to worry about the redstone there. So basically this is just like a modified version of a fast flower farm, but for nether stuff. And everything goes in here. A lot of things get turned into bone meal. They get feed back into the system, although this is not self-sufficient at all, because we use more bone meal than we make, which is why I have to get in here sometimes and fix it or refill it, because these are not full up. Yeah. Yeah, that's that there. This is a bamboo farm. I feel like it's kind of looking interesting right now. Oh, it's out of bone meal back here. Okay, it's not working because it's out of bone meal, but what it does is that it grows the bamboo. The piston pushes it, and breaks it off. The water stream comes in, moves the bamboo over to here, and the water flow moves the bamboo back onto the mud blocks, and underneath it, it's picked up by some hopper minecarts and then sorted and split. And then here's only the bamboo converter, where I put the bamboo in these chests and whatnot, and it just converts into bamboo. So yeah, that's how that works there. I can't open this, but it's just a bamboo chest. And over here we have the tree farm, that I only really use for nether trees. As you can see, nether warp blocks do not disappear, unfortunately. So what it does is that it sends a lot of the items through here. It actually splits up the pathway down below. If I can put it there. Yeah. So it moves items up to here, and when it gets up to there, it gets back to me. So I'm always gonna have the saplings I need for it. But additionally, after that happens, I also fill up my inventory just like I did with the chicken, but for just the saplings, right? And then they go down into this, and then they get sorted out again into this line. Then they get sorted into random stuffs that I have set. Oh yeah, the wood gets blown up. Everything that gets blown up that I need gets put here. We got overflow for bone meal in case. And this also the whole system here also gives me some bone meal as well. So, in case I really need to to bone meal the stuff myself, I do get quite a bit of bone meal in that way. But we have tons of composters here. All the random stuff that I don't want gets put into the composters. They make the bone meal, enters the bone meal system again. Yada yada. And this, yeah, this is the bone meal dropper. Puts the bone meal everywhere. All over the place. Yeah, that's kind of it for this tunnel. Here's the TNT contraption, by the way. It's actually just set up on a timer. It's based on this, the flipping of this. So what it does is that when this flips, this changes state, and that changes the state for every other block above it. Because here, this is standing on one block. This is one block out. But when this trapdoor is up, it is no longer one block out. It is 0 blocks out, and that changes the state of everything up above it, and allows this to be read by an observer here and another observer here. This one fires the TNT or dupes the TNT, and this one makes sure that the TNT releases at the right time. Now I don't really like using TNT dupers, but I was testing this out for 10 minutes of trying to figure out how to do this without a TNT duper, but I was just like, okay, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, all this just leads to the downstairs down below, so it's all really connected. And this area has not really been worked on at all. It just has this similar shade to it. Oh, I guess that tunnel was the only one I didn't really finish on the inside here. Maybe I should do that. Honestly. But these bubble columns and this spiral. Oh yeah, I was trying to get rid of a lot of the blocks around here so that I could build a more interesting arena spiral up here. I can't do that anymore. I don't have the time. I was actually really looking to finish this all, but you know, finals and all that stuff just caught up with me. And yeah, I was trying to make an interesting little pattern up here as well, because I was digging all this out. You're gonna have to see the bottom here, and the bottom is dirt on this top. So yeah, just trying to make a little design up there, right? And I was definitely trying to make the staircase go all the way up as well, to accommodate that, but we can't do that. The final, it's too much to do. I really wanted to finish up these walls as well. So I think one of the things that I want to do in the next server is actually just do smaller projects. Don't have a huge overarching project, because that will never get done. Just finish small projects and then continue next time, you know. And so we got all the way up here with our little elevators here. Down here is actually a place where arena goers can go. They go in here and they enter the arena. Now this is actually supposed to be closed off so that people don't go into the arena, right? But you know, don't have time for that. This is where people fight in the arena, you know. The arena is supposed to be based off of the Roman Colosseum, but deep slated, black stoned, make it dark, make it fiery. But I didn't have the time to do that. However, you can still see kind of the block palettes I was going for here. So much work not to come to fruition, you know. I also didn't want these beacon beams to be right here. I wanted them to be at the sides. But there's really not another place I can put them. And it could be it could have been interesting. It could have been interesting. I did want to host some arena matches, but this place is just too large. And I made it large just because if it was smaller, I feel like it wouldn't fit the vibe going on with the mountain. But maybe I chose a small or too large of a mountain for this, right? You can see it from almost any angle around here, right? And it looks like it actually engulfs the mountain, right? So I think I made it way too large for what it is, but it does stand out kind of nicely, right? And like I said, I did want to make a town around here, but never got to it because I didn't finish the arena and I didn't want to start a new project while there's large ongoing projects going on. I think that's almost done with the overworld around here. We'll just tour around the sewers, and then we'll head to places other than spawn-ish areas, right? So, everywhere down here is connected by the sewers. Spawn is connected by the sewers down below. You can get up at almost any point. And I did have to tear out quite a few bit of preliminary sewers because I found a better or more logical way to connect them. So down below here we have all of the sewers connecting. There are 4 cardinal directions that the sewers takes, which this one goes to one of them. What is this direction? This is north. So we're north of spawn here. This is where all the beacons I said were before. We had to carve through deep dark, and I was going to place some beacons around here to make sure I travel throughout the base very nicely, but I don't think that's going to happen as well. But when we go across the sewers, there's not much to do here, honestly. It's just basically another hub to get around in the underground. But it does go through some cool caves that I thought could be nice if I put some tinted glass as windows to see through everything. But this was also a large project that I didn't have time and resources to spend on it. It's very long, as you can see. I have to fly. I did finish most of the closest areas. Yeah. There is a warden around here, but this is how it works around here. This is how it's supposed to look down below through every well. Over here there's a amethyst geode that I sometimes take from. And here we have some soulfire. Behind it is a lantern, is a redstone lamp. And on top of the redstone lamp, or beside it somewhere, is a skulk sensor. So I went for the feeling that it was kind of eerie that these things were lighting up even stronger when you're near it. So that's basically it. I think one of the worst things I have about this, or one of the complaints I have about this, is the lanterns placing. So I need the lanterns actually to light up the sides here, but it also looks kind of odd with me placing it at random intervals. So that's why it's not like that all the time. This is one of the ways down. You can also go up if you have an elytra, but there's also a way up, a designated way up, in case you ever do find yourself lost around here. There's also 2 ways up, I think, actually. But yeah, here's the first way down, and it's supposed to look like that all the way down for every what is it called? For every drop. And it should go the other way, going up, for every up, right? So I think I called this a down well before, but yeah. This is one of the ways down. This is where I had a storage system for all the items I was collecting down below here. We also do have ourselves a small furnace array that also lights up when I get near it with the skulk sensors. Yeah, this is the way up. This is the up well. This is basically my base of operations down below here. While I was doing all this carving out. You got the underground izakaya. This is based off of an anime, Isekai Ryorido. I don't know what it was called again, but based off of the style of one of the shows that I watched, and it's basically just a bar area, and that's why I serve potions and stuff around here. There's no way to get behind there, but behind there in a more natural place, but you can go out pretty easily, right? So got this little bar area, little grill, little restaurant, little cupboard, restaurant, little refrigerator, and over here I have some spare blaze rods and whatnot. So that's the entrance of one of my stores down here. Another store that I made is right here, Warped Light Route. And this is also based off of Tears of the Kingdom thing. This is in the depths, so if you play the game, you'll understand what this is. But here's where I sold all the things I got from my tree farm, my warped tree farm that I showed you earlier. And we got the Deeply Dark coffee shop that I made with. Well, I made this with myself. Me and Rabbit worked on the farm together, but I made the shop. And I don't think really many people bought the max stacks here. But this is just basically a little coffee shop thing based off of something from Animal Crossing, the newest Animal Crossing. What is it called again? New Horizons. And I also farmed a lot of cocoa beans down here, which is, you know, coffee shop, beans, yada yada. And this portal takes you all the way up to the surface. It's just another way to get out if you wanted to just go through the nether. Additionally, I think Pizza made this area. He just put some turtles down here. These are refugees. And I don't know why there's TNT there as well. And if you ever see the scaffolding down here, it's just because it's intersecting with a amethyst geode that I took all the calcite and basalt from, because I need that, and amethyst. And over here, barely finished it. That goes all the way to Pizza's place, I think. Actually, no. I forgot whose place it goes to. I think it was Rabbit's, maybe? But I really only finished this up to Magpie's base. I should have put some signs that says where the heck this is going. But I believe that's Magpie's base up there. Yeah, I definitely should have put signs to show you where you're going. It definitely doesn't feel dark, though, still. It feels more eerie than dark. And I did want to come back and make this, like, crackling, right? Like, this isn't well maintained or whatnot, right? I kind of like this crumbling area, but I was just focused on making it functional first. Then design later. So over in this area, we can go up the upwell as well later. I do have a skeleton farm up here. I think it's up there. Yeah. You can see that. We do have some iron golems here just because some wardens do spawn. And I get to kill them very easily with iron golems. So this should go to someone's spot here. I think this is maybe Pokes. No, this is Mads. Mads tunnel, I think. Possibly. I'm not sure. I think that is Mads. Oh, maybe this one is Mads. I also experimented with putting some black concrete so it looks like it keeps on going. Hey, Janik, how's it going? But that didn't really pan out that much. Also didn't finish this up. I think this is Mads. I don't remember where the other one goes to. But I know this one is definitely far away. I definitely wanted one that was closer to Matt's library as well, but I ended up not making it. Yeah, I think this is the only path left that I haven't talked about. This one goes up to... Oh, this one goes to the Purple Durple. See, that's what I want to do with the windows, by the way. And we have a massive amethyst up here. Amethyst geode. This goes to Sky's house. As you can see, it's decorated. It's decorated down below. Very nice. Oh, very good. What about you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. But yeah, you go down here. It's darkness. I think this should go to Lucid Space, though. Lucid's place. And this is when I didn't make the wells yet. So he made his own, but I did cap it off at the top to make it more, what is it called? Make it more in line with the other wells. That's that for this place, though. I'll go up the up well so that you can see what's going on there. Like, it's really the only place up without you having to elytra your way up. Oh my goodness. Schmeck. I'm a Bowen. Yeah. Also, I made this wide enough just so that you could use this boat if you wanted to. Right. I didn't want to make it one wide because it honestly looked off. But, you know, you can use a boat down here if you want. And the up well goes like this. You can see the lights follow you upward, so you know you're going up. Well, you also know you're going up because of these bubbles and all that. But yeah, it doesn't look like another well, right? But it gives you up, right? You know that these ones take you down. You know that these ones will give you up because there's no... will get you up. Because there's bubbles preventing you from going in. So it's a one-way street with the upwells. And that should be everything in this district in Spawn that I've made, I believe. I need to find, yeah, the chest. Give me some nuts. That, not that. Let me get some more rockets. And so, in addition to the sewers, I also made the tunnels. And I tried to make them distinctly designed. No one really lives in this direction, so there's nothing to build out here. Just I made a design that looked interesting enough. Over here, this is more majestic. I made this design around here as well, although people have been taking from it just to expand their own tunnels and stuff. And down here, someone has been expanding it. I definitely did not do this. But yeah. For this tunnel, I did try to make it more like Star Wars kind of themed. I mean, I guess I can't really do that with this, but it was kind of designed that I think someone else made, and so that I wanted to kind of replicate it on the other tunnels first. And this should go to the end. I wasn't actually planning to make this like this. I did not work on this area that much. I was actually planning to make it like a huge circle, so that you know that one part's the end, one part's another part of the another thing. But yeah. Don't know how to explain it better, but this was not my plan for it. Someone else extended this. But this also goes all the way to the nether roof as well, if you wanted to go there. So that's the end portal. That's Rabbit's place. Thanks for reading. Why am I here? No one knows. Oh yeah, I had this scaffolding just to go up top to the upper hub, as they called it. Because there was this random staircase that goes all the way there, and I had to cut through it during this build. And over here, oh yeah, I made a little pathway to the Blaze farm that was over here. because it was like it was kind of a chore to get over to that there, and I think this was the original path. But I made it so that it cuts straight to the spawner itself. No detours. Got tree's base here. I did not know he placed it there. And I think this is a pizza's place. What the frick? Yeah, this is part of Star Wars, the pumpkin path. And over here is the minigame district, where we built a lot of stuff for charity 2 years ago. Like, I had a little I had a little scuffle with people about this because they wanted to merge the worlds again, and I had a flashback to what Miles wanted to do last season, and it didn't really sit right. Just copying and pasting, because it was not done in this world, it was done in a different world. But in the end, everything was built by hand on this world with the resources we had in this world. So it ended up working fine. But it's just a thing that I have against copying and pasting areas into worlds. Because it was a whole mess when I had to do it with Miles's nether thing, because he didn't know that when you downgrade a world with the same seed, it gives a different seed for the nether generation and end generation and all that stuff, right? So he had EchoCraft Season 4 world or something. He downgraded it to a snapshot version where you can place water to nether, but he didn't know that the seed changed when he downgraded it. So the nether did not look the same nether. And so when I tried to place it down, it looked really off. And I wondered about that until I found out the cause, right? And so we had to find a different place where it was far away from the world, so it looked like it kind of blended in with the surrounding terrain and all that stuff. So that was quite a few headaches to work out. Just made sure that, like, just all his work didn't go to waste, but at the same time didn't look like this world was completely cheated in, you know. And that's a lot of the problems I have with doing like modifications and stuff to worlds. It's just that it feels kind of cheated. But yeah, here was a little mini game district. Oh, there is a tally of deaths above here, although I'm not sure if that was added recently or not. All right, there was like there's also this thing that I balloons for donos. It looks like balloons for dogs. Got a Steve head there. Maybe it's Rex head. Not sure. Yeah, I think it's Rex head. He's got the little hoodie back there. But yeah, people did donate here. Or what is this? Donation wall. Yeah, but I donated 25 as well. And so I made the tents here. Unfortunately, a lot of some of the heads that I put in here did not really work out. Because Luz's head is very different from what he had. Because when you make these data packs, you set a head that is recorded by a server. And the last recorded head that I had for Lucid was this. Or the last recorded head that Lucid uploaded was that during the time that I made this. So a lot of it doesn't reflect the past skins, but the current skins when I was making the data pack. So that's a little bit unfortunate there, but I made these huts. I spawned in these villagers so that people were able to actually make the heads that they needed, right? Or make the things that they needed for this area when we did the whole minigame stuff. But yeah, that's how that be. And over here, I didn't really finish this part up, but I made this wall to blend into this onsen. It was basically a bathhouse. What the heck is that over there? So the Simmering Strider made this bathhouse based on the need for Strider races over there, because if its Strider dies, it's going to be a pain to breed more. So I was thinking, how could I make breeding Striders fun? A fun little area around here. And so I thought they need somewhere to be at home, which is a lava pool, hot liquid, hot springs, and so this is the hot spring little thing that I made. So this wasn't part of the original minigames district. It was just something that I made just to facilitate the usage of Striders here. Because I think a lot of the designs from the original minigame world were somewhat unrealistic in terms of resources that we can build here, right? Some people were okay with it, but I was always like, it'd be much more impressive and meaningful if, you know, we were able to build this in survival, you know. But yeah, I made a lot of the paths here as well. This goes all the way up there. And this is my game. I think I broke it during the the thing here. And this is definitely also based off of a creative thing. Because otherwise replacing the pots here would be super painful. And so what it does is basically it gives people some time to shoot some pots, and then that goes into their tally. Get some people to shoot some pots on that side as well. And if you don't know, when arrows hit the pots, they lose a lot of their horizontal momentum, so they fall down and breaking other pots with their vertical momentum. So you should really be aiming at the top to try to get more pots as they go down. And a lot of the redstone down below has to do with where the water streams will go with the timing. So the water streams will shift at the bottom here by this block, goes up or down, so that the items that you broke get carried over to your side, right? And the reason I use crossbows in general is because you can load up your shot while the other player takes a turn, so that you can instantly shoot. But yeah, that was the whole design mentality down here. Just very interesting, in my opinion. But yeah, we did have this little thing here. Yeah, a lot of these games were not made to be resettable easily. So unfortunately, a lot of them do not have that many. They not have automatic resets, replay values, and all that stuff. Oh yeah, we did this whole skyboat bonding. I almost said skyboat jargon. But yeah, that's also that here. I didn't really participate that much in the renovation here, to make sure that it fit the minigame world that we created alongside this. It was just more so I put a lot of materials in the material box for it. But yeah, down here we have Rabbit's, I think, course? Minigame course? Don't know if it says who made it. Yeah, it was Rabbit. But yeah, it's just Ender Pearl golfing. You can't like sprint like I'm doing. You actually have to be there. You actually have to choose when to throw your Ender Pearl. It's the only mode of movement there. And this is the Drip Leaf Spleef, which is, I think, the easiest thing that anybody could have built here, because it's actually instantly resettable with game mechanics, regular game mechanics. I think the only like issue I have with like drip leaves here is that there's only really one layer, right? But at the same time, it's fun in the way that people can actually like throw snowballs up in here and try to make you fall, because item entities end up making drip leaves behave like that, right? So I can go back down here, right? So what I wish like drip leaves could have done is you can have multiple layers of them. And then we also have this the whole bombers versus something, I don't know what it's called again, but dive bomb. So a lot of people are in the air constantly and people on the ground have to shoot them down. So that's basically that there. And I think that's all the contributions I have to this side of the map here, this side of the server, although I'm kind of interested in what that area over there was. Similarly, I also made I didn't expand these tunnels, by the way, but I made these 3x3 tunnels if you ever see them on the server. Usually my doing. I made tunnels that go to... yeah. That go to the new stuff, the trial chambers, so that people can refarm a lot of the stuff that they have over there. But yeah, those are some of the tunnels I made. Didn't really get to finish to fleshing them out. So let's go to my destination here. Also, Weasel made his own like little pathway here as well. But this was supposed to be more like rustic core. I don't know how to say it. But down here we have a super smelter that I made for smelting quite a lot of nether bricks and a lot of that stuff. This goes all the way down to the netherite mining hub that is exploded with lots of beds, because that's how I mined it, the netherite. Whoa. This goes to the skeleton spawner, or the double zombie spawner, I mean, yeah. This goes to the middle of the base where the dark arena sits above, I mean. And over here, like you might not know from all this tunnel carving, I had to go through so many biomes. And here's where I spend a lot of my time. Just AFKing. If you ever see me on the server AFKing, basically I'm over here farming some more witch stuff. But essentially, this is the witch farm. Chicken jockey. Where I also have the bees producing at the same time. I have them out here. I have nether wart that I could mine if I wanted to. With fortune, all that stuff. But yeah, this is one of the first things I built on the server, witch farm. But I expanded it quite a bit here. And it was mostly just... I am full on everything, by the way. Mostly just because I wanted a lot of stuff from the witch farm. I wish I could have found a double witch farm, but that's okay. We also have tons of dried kelp. Because I also made a kelp farm. Right? Also made a kelp farm that goes sometimes. And I made a sorter for the nether wart and stuff. And the kelp goes down over here, up to here, and so that I smelt it into dried kelp blocks, and those could be fed back into the furnaces down below. I didn't make an automated service for that. So it is what it is there. Like, wait a second. This is supposed to be full. I'm gonna put a lot of these dried kelp blocks back in the system to smelt some more. And this is the furnace for that. Or the furnace array for that. Right. And so it puts all the furnace fuel in there to smelt some more kelp blocks that will be crafted into here. And then I also made a little firework thing for 4th of July. The 4th of July bash that killed spawn chicken, but you know, I made it more randomized here. Although there's a lot I could improve on this, especially since it does limit some types of fireworks. But overall, I think it worked fine. It's not really that good of a system, but at the same time, it worked. Created some random fireworks for me. And now that we have bundles, I could just put, as this only creates like one batch of 3 fireworks, right? And so before bundles, it just fills this up. But now with bundles, I could just put them in one bundle and be like, okay, that's a firework. Additionally, this is the timer for the witch farm. That allows the water to flow through to flush the witches down. And then we go down here. This is where all the witch drops get, actually no, this is where all the honey blocks from the honey farm get sorted out. Oh. Why isn't that going? Are these empty or full or what? Oh, they're kind of full. Yeah. Why isn't that going? Oh, it's not on. Is it based on that? No. It's not reading anything from this for some reason. Huh. I don't understand it, but it's just that there, and then over here is just the on and off switch for if I want to kill them via minecarts or if I want to kill them in the air, which if I kill them via minecarts, the items will just get dropped into this line into the sorting system. And over here is just another place where I have to route a lot of stuff because I routed everything very, very close to each other. Unfortunately, that's not good design. Had to work another route here, another word here, and plus it's all underneath the water, so that's not. It's not really great there as well. Okay. But yeah. the kelp is always full. What is this? Oh, it's empty. Got random kelp in there. I'll just put that there. Huh. This is on. All right, these things don't go unless there's like enough of an item in there. I forgot how I made it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing there. But here's where like a lot of my stuff goes. A lot of my time has been spent. You can probably see that through the local difficulty level. If I can see it, I don't know if I can see. No, local difficulty is hidden for some reason. But yeah, I go up there. Witches spawn. They go into the stream. Alright. Yeah, they go up this stream, come down here, I get to smack them. And over here is just a little bit of a filter so that items aren't being offset in a weird way. And so they go down here. They're able to get enough speed, hit there. It also allows items to group, by the way. They're also, that's the reason for the cobwebs as well, since if the dispenser wasn't random, right? Then that wouldn't be much of a problem. It would just dump all the items in one stack all the time. But even if it wasn't, yeah, if you had like 2 redstone here, 2 redstone here because it filled up and got removed, right? It would be able to... It would be able to sort them out by itself. Right. So that's what happens up here. And that's pretty much it. This costs a lot of redstone and all that stuff. But it's fine. Got some witches there. I don't think there was anything else I did over here. Besides that. The underwater rails for the bees, yada yada. So I'll go over some more nether stuff and maybe some end stuff. I'll try to go to the sugar farm. If I remember where that is. I haven't been there in so long. But yeah, around here I have the blaze farm that I use to gather all my blaze rods and stuff. Right here, the blazes spawn up there. They're moved by the lava. That's pretty much it. And over here is where I mine down a whole bastion side. Yeah, this is all mined down all the way. And there's really nothing else in this area. But there is stuff on the top of the roof. So I will look at that and mention what I did. Where's the hole? I'm unable to see it. I must be blind. I don't know where it is. Did they patch it up? Huh. Maybe it's easier to see it if I have shaders on. Nope. Nope, I don't think so. Okay. There's a way to another roof, like I said, through the end. The end tunnel, I mean. Yeah, it goes there. Let me actually see if it's patched up or something. It is. Okay. I wasn't going mad. But yeah. I also made these boat routes. This is someone's gold farm, I believe. So if I had a boat, I can go down it. These boat routes actually do go for quite a long time. They also go to other places. It's hard to stop on these, which is why I'm thinking about maybe doing a different type of boat route. Like, it's hard to get into an intersection. But yeah, I made these boat routes on the top to get to faraway places without having to fly, and also to make sure that people don't really get lost. Because it's very easy to get lost in another route, another roof, without any sort of coordinate system up. My throat. But this should be, yeah, the wither skeleton farm that Rabbit and I made. And only recently did I add in the crafting system here. So yeah, I say recently, it's been a couple months. Maybe even half a year. But yeah, wither skeletons, go through. There's another fortress down below. I really don't want to show that because it's in the depths of the nether. But they get tempted. They get tempted by a iron golem into a portal, and then they go into the overworld, which they also filter in by pushing each other through into the other portal. And yeah, they come out here and get ready to be slain. This is also the reason why I always have a smite sword, because instant kill, and plus there's no beacon around here. Hold on. My throat is just horrible at the moment. But yeah, you can hear them. You hear them, right? The wither skeletons are coming through. Or one wither skeleton is coming through. So it does take a while to get this running. And additionally, you also have to have another person on the other side if there are more than 2 people on the server, right? Or if there's more than one person on the server. You have to have another person on the other side because of how nether portals work. They will despawn any mobs in the other side of the world when it's not loaded. Because technically it isn't loaded. But if you're online, if you're the only one online, it's basically a single player world. So the nether is loaded as soon as an entity pops in. Bam. Or I should say that, okay. I should say that it is loaded. Right. But entities despawn when there's not a player in range. And since there's not a player in range on the other side when there's more than one person online, then the entity will despawn. The other side still gets loaded. And I should say this is only really for hostile entities as well, because those have their own spawning rules. If you put like a minecart and send it through, even if someone else is online, it will still come back again because the chunk is loaded, and the minecart doesn't have unloading properties. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff that I have built here. Honestly, I have I really don't have that many collaborations on this season here. And you can see the chickens are around here just because chicken jockey spawn, piglin zombified, piglin chicken jockey spawn, and they despawn, but the chickens don't because they're passive mobs. And so this is just another thing. This is a magma cube farm by someone. But those are pretty much the only things that I saw when I was traversing the nether. Nether roof, I mean. These are the only connections I had made. There's also random bits of... Someone put some very curvy path here. Actually, it's definitely not mine, so I don't think I'll go there. Don't need to check it out. Let's go down below though, in case there is actually a way down that I missed. No, I think they did cover it up. I mean, okay. Okay, yeah, they did cover it up, but they have like a little path to get back down. Maybe. There is a weeping vine here. Not weeping vine, twisted vine. That probably goes down to the place I need to go. Oh. I did not know someone made that. Maybe that could have been the way up. Maybe since no one was using that path, maybe that could have been the way up, right? But yeah, a lot of portals are actually made to be 3x2. But if you see any 3x3 portals, I usually convert them to 3x3, just because I think it looks nicer. These square portals, they fit the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I always like the symmetrical on all sides thing. Yeah. That is pretty much it, I think, for all the things I have made on the server, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the last thing I want to do is maybe just finish off this tunnel. It's literally the only tunnel that I haven't finished off, right? And also there's room for someone to spawn around here that I don't know where. Random room for some creaking to spawn around here. Is it here? I'm mistaken. Where would the creaking even spawn? I feel like it didn't come from down here. I don't think there's any room for it to spawn. Maybe it spawned from up above? Was it tracking me at all? Could it spawn on this? I have no idea. But yeah. That is gonna be pretty much it. Okay. I can't do that. It's possible that I could get these all finished before the server has to go offline for maintenance, but that would be a heck of a workload on me and probably would burn me out for the first few days of the next season. Yeah, this world has been online for so long. Does it say how many days? I'm not sure if I see any spot that says how many days the server's been online. And even so, it's not going to be real life days, it's going to be Minecraft days. But anyway, I feel like that's pretty much it. Last gamble, guys. Oh, we did it! Holy moly! We got another cold chicken up in here. A final gamble, birth of a new life. Oh my goodness. But yeah. I just hope that I'm able to clean this all up before next Saturday, which I think is when everything will go offline. So, for preparations, for all the preparations. When is next Saturday? Today is the 17th, 18th? Next Saturday would be the 25th or something. But yeah, that was EchoCraft Season 5 and 5.5. Hope you enjoyed it. Little tour around the base. Little tour around this place. The world download would definitely be included when people get their hands on it. I just kind of hope that I don't really want to facilitate more world downloads. I'll probably have to go through the rest of them and, you know, snap. delete. They are quite a few gigabytes every time I have to make a world download, so it's it's much to discuss, much to see around there. But yeah, and I'll have to look into world culling as well, so that I can delete chunks that people have barely visited through, you know, barely edited or anything like that. No substantial thing like placing down some kind of tile entity that holds your storage or whatnot, and try to cull those so that people aren't like, so this world file isn't that large for season 6. So anyway, have a good day, good night, good life, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.